Welcome.
How are you?
I'm fine. How
I'm
are
fine.
you? So everything is okay.
All right. How are you?
I'm fine.
My name is Wagayo.
My name is Kibru.
All right. Kabru, nice to meet you once again.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, viewers. We have been traveling for about 8 to 9 hours by driving from Addis Ababa and arrived here in the bustling city of Jimma to witness what are the tourist potentials available here in Jimma city. For that end, now today we've arrived at Jimma Museum, right?
Yes.
So, Kabru, so what kind of things we are going to witness at Jimma Museum?
So I wanted to say again, welcome to Jimma City Museum.
Right.
Our museum is one of the best and special museum in southwestern parts of Ethiopia. And we have also more than 150 years objects inside of this museum. So totally this museum had 7 rooms, and we will see each one by one.
Right. Yeah, beside this museum, people were telling me that there are a lot of things that visitors can see whenever they come to Jimma, right?
Yes.
So first, let us see what are available in Jimma Museum. I think there are ethnographic
Yes, we have historical room,
historical rooms,
ethnographic room,
ethnographic rooms,
art gallery,
Mhm.
and also we have as a 6th room we have a big coffee pot with
Okay.
coffee cup, and at the end of our tour we will see wildlife room.
I
Not alive.
Yeah, I think Jimma is well known for its coffee, right?
Yes.
All right. This is Explore Ethiopia, a program where we focus tourist destination areas available in Ethiopia. So for that, today we have arrived at Jimma city. It is like 350 kilometers away from the capital Addis Ababa. It is very interesting cities. People are very hospitable. So I am joined by Kubru. He is my curator for this program. So we are going to see what's happening or what are available in Jimma Museum, right?
Yes.
So let's see.
Okay, come
Stay
on.
tuned. All right, viewers, this is Explore Ethiopia. Now we are at historical room, or we can say it like cultural room. Kubru, could you please tell us what kind of historical artifacts can we see at this room?
So objects in this room are all household utensils of Abba Jifar and his father.
Okay.
So most of them were made from wooden architect.
Okay.
That means wooden work. Jimma known by woodwork,
by wood,
especially
yeah.
during the period of the king. And we could start our tour from this table.
Okay.
So this is a dining table where the king used it during his period, and more than 38 kinds of food served every day on this table. Even it is made from one single wood.
Okay.
One single wood. We have 5 chairs or seat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why it was 5? The king had 4 wives.
Okay.
With the king, totally 5.
Okay.
So the king had take his breakfast, his lunch, and his dinner with his wives on this table.
Which one was the seat of the king?
Very good. That's one of the big.
Okay.
And that is the seat of the king. Why? Because he was giant man. He
Yeah.
was giant man.
Yeah, Jimma Bajifar.
Abba Jifar Abba Gomol.
Abba Jifar.
Jimma Abba Jifar or Abba Jifar Abba Gomol.
Okay.
So our next tour is, here we have cupboard. So this cupboard is made by the language of the king, and there is a mirror where he used to show his face.
Really?
Yeah, he was so tall. And this cupboard made by engineer Tikam. Tikam was Indian architect who designed the palace of Abba Jifar. He used to put his clothes inside, and then after he wore his clothes, he saw his face through this mirror.
So are you saying that the king was as tall as this cupboard?
No, up to the mirror.
Up to, that's too giant.
Yeah, he was so giant, 2 meter 10 centimeter.
Oh.
And 150 kg. He was so huge and giant man.
just seeing here a big bed. So could you please tell me this bed, is it belongs to the king as well?
So yes, this belongs to the king Abba Jafar, Abba Gomol, but this bed is used when he was 15 up to 18 years. So when he was young, that means when he was young, he had used this bed. But after he became a king, he had used big bed. 2.50 m with 2 m bed. So this one is 2 m with 150. That is too small. That means before he come to the power.
Yeah.
So
again, I think this one is also made up of wood.
Yes, wood and leather of ox.
Yeah.
Wood and the leather of ox, because Jimma now also during the period of the king by leather work. Even show were made during the period of the king here in Jimma.
I think this has been used as a pillow.
Yes, as a pillow made from leather also. Ox,
Okay.
ox, leather of ox. Leather of ox. So next we gonna to see materials where they used to wash their feet.
Okay.
The feet of the king.
Let us see it.
And before these washing materials, we have one wood here.
Okay.
So the wives of the king had their own hats. At the night times, they hold their hat on these objects, on these materials. So that hat is made from hair of girl. So the woman or the girl who had long hair give for the wives of the king. So from that hairs, they made hats. So every night, the wives put their own hat on this material. This is washing, the king used to wash his feet.
So are you telling me this is material where the king washed his feet by sitting over there?
Yes, yes, but somebody, not the king himself, wash his feet. There is somebody assigned to wash the feet of the king.
There is someone assigned every time?
Yes, someone is assigned
in charge
every
of
time.
all of this activity?
Yes, yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I think this is a small dining table?
Yes, this is dining table of the king when he was child.
Oh, okay.
And with his brother, the king it on this table. Even it is made from one single wood, and we have also next
the big pot.
The big pot, but it is made from wood.
Really?
Yes. When the king at every night he put his clothes inside, and then they perfumed it by local perfume, and then we lit it. At morning times when we take out, it give good odor.
They keep water?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He put his clothes inside, then pour a traditional perfume, then we lit it. Tomorrow morning when he take out, it give good.
So
good
is
odor.
it used as a cupboard?
At the cupboard.
Kabru, I thought like this big pots were used as a container of keeping like a potable water, traditional drinks like alat and so on and so forth. I thought like that.
Yeah, maybe you thought like that, but it is differ. And for traditional drink, they had used this
one.
object.
Oh,
It is
okay.
made from also from wood, but the king had not used alcoholic drink. He was Muslim,
Okay.
and he had used honey juice. We could say honey juice. Even by the way, there is wrestling in the compound of the king. So the winner of the wrestler carried such heavy objects.
Okay.
And this is for local wine. That
Local
means
wine.
non-alcoholic wine.
Non-alcoholic wine.
Yes.
Oh.
We have next also a special object, this lunchbox of the king.
It is a lunchbook?
Yes.
It is a little bit large.
It is a little bit large. It can take 17 jera with 2 mutton, 2 sheep.
Okay.
So when during the traveling, the king
When they
went
got-
from one place to other, they take 17 jera with 2 mutton of sheep, and then on the place they stayed, they have foldable travel dining table. They pour over that table and then they eat it.
That's amazing. Well, viewers, still you're watching Explore Ethiopia today. We are exploring the bustling city of Jimma, which is like 350 kilometers away from the capital, Addis Ababa. Our first stop is visiting a worthwhile visit to Jimma Museum. So far, we have been witnessing historical or cultural rooms where artifacts of Jimma Bajifur, the king of Jimma, and that is environ. Still we are watching various artifacts as well. Stay tuned. Now we are going to move
we are going to the throne of the king.
Throne of the king. Please do stay with us. Come on. I'm really thrilled for what I'm seeing here at Jimma Museum now. We are at throne used by King Abba Jifar II while welcoming his dignitaries in his palace. So could you please tell us about this throne?
So the king had used this throne for 55 years. By the way, when he was passed away, he was 74 years. And during in his office, he had used this throne. This throne had fan and the fly sword.
Okay.
So there is ladies who, or the most beautiful ladies who keeping his protocols. For example, the one stayed on behalf of this side and protect flies from the king. The other were on the behalf of this and gave air for the king.
Okay.
So those most beautiful keep the king during or in his office. So then we go to the cultural dress room.
Okay. So he used to sit at the middle.
Yes, he sit at the middle.
Okay.
The most two beautifuls on his behalf.
Okay. This is office throne?
Yes, office throne.
Amazing.
Yes.
Right.
Office throne.
I think this was happening before 100 years,
100 years
back.
Yes, 100 years back.
Right. It was like, we call it like a Kafar regime at that time?
No, the Kafar regime is after Italian occupation.
Okay.
Before Italian occupation, Jimma had its own rule. It is a kingdom.
All right.
It is own kingdom. Own kingdom.
Yeah. By the way, just to give brief information to our audience, we can't able to see Jimma Bajifar's palace because it is under renovation, right?
Under the renovation, yes.
Yeah.
Under the renovation.
Now we've arrived at the cultural clothing rooms. Before we move on, details about these cultural costumes, could you please tell us about this?
So in the cultural dress room, we have one unique bed. And this bed is in 1904, the king get from Zanzibar. And he had trade relation with some African country, religious relation with Arabian country, also trade relation with West world. So, but the king had used as a seat, not for sleeping, because the size of this bed is too small than the king. And
because this is a gift from the
Zanzibar king.
African country.
From African country.
All right.
They had chain with trade chain with African countries, especially with Zanzibar.
They have miscalculated the size.
Yes. Even after this bed reached to Jimma, he wrote an excellency letter.
Okay.
At the end of his letter, he says that I use it for sitting, not for sleeping, he said.
Zanzibar, thank you very much anyways. Right, right here I'm seeing different costumes and dressings, and some of them are, as I've seen, belongs to men and the others for women, right?
Yes.
Could you please tell me?
Those four are belongs to the king, but when he was used, the time of using is different. Those two are during Jum'ah, and those two dresses are during Eid. That means during public celebration, festivals. So when we come here, we have dress of the wives. By the way, the king had married 6 wives. not all wives at the same time. For the first round, he had married 4 wives. Suddenly, 2 of them died. He replaced 2. In number 6, from 6 he had to get 14 children. And this is the skirt of the 5th wife. Even she was so huge, giant like the king. The next we have also 4 jackets or 4 wheels of the 4 wives. By the way, the last wife of the king died before 2002 by her 113 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that means before 22 years.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We have also
Alive, very
she was
recently.
she were alive. So we have also her dress here.
Okay. Yes, Kabru. Yeah, I think these are traditional clothes of Ethiopians, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a traditional clothes of the last wife. It is made here in Jimma. We have a special weaver. Not Jimma now only for weaving, metal work and woodwork. Even Jimma during the period of the king known by rearing ants. Ants were reared in the compound of the king. Why they rearing ants? If one soldier's wound on the wall, they stitching the wound part by many ants. And then chop the head of the ants. When we chop it, it stays there. That means stitching undertaken during the period of the king by ants. So even in 1907, Itege Taitu, the wife of Menelik, wrote a letter to this king. Please send 5 weavers. The weaver of Jimma are special. I'm finding from Ethiopia, but not professional like Jimma. So please, as soon as this letter reached to Jimma, send 5 weavers.
Oh.
So this
I don't have any information before, like Jimma is known for weaving.
yes. Jimma.
Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah.
So those the rest are cultural dress of the community.
The community,
Yes,
okay.
community
They are not belongs to the families of the king.
Families of the king.
I am witnessing a lot of historical facts regarding Jimma. It is very interesting, especially for those who are history lovers. If they came to Jimma, so they can grasp lots of information about the yesterdays of Jimma, right? All right. So could you please tell me about this?
So this is war dress of the king. Especially Abba Jifar participated Adwa battle. And he took 550 soldiers and 65,000 Austrian coins. And during that time, during this battle, he wore this clothes and went to Intoto. So this is the traditional war armament. The next one is wear of Abadiga Babilo. Abadiga is war minister of the king.
Okay.
War minister of the Abba Jifar, and it is made from lion skin.
Really?
Yes, lion skin.
Okay.
It shows that the strengthness of that man. So this is all about this room, and then we go to the cultural room or ethnographic room.
Right. Well, we will go to that room, but I think the most of kings of Ethiopians in the past are warriors, and I think they used to ride a horse as well, right?
Yes.
Especially during the battlefield.
Very good. Even the king had one horse.
Yeah.
He had used local horse before. And those horses couldn't carry the king. Later, you get one horse from Turkey. His name is Moses.
Okay.
So per day, the king feed for this horse 2 roasted chicken, 25 kilograms of honey and wheat. This is amazing.
Yeah.
But after some years, even this horse couldn't carry the king. He bought a car from Europe. So by 12,000 Austrian coins.
Okay.
So to bring that car from Addis to Jimma, that time no driver, he sent 60 strong young boy to bring that car. So it takes about 2 years. Yeah,
they carry and bring it to here.
Yes, it takes about 2 years to bring that car from Addis to Jimma.
Very interesting history.
Yeah.
Right, Kabru. I would like to appreciate for your deep knowledge regarding this museum. So viewers, you have been watching Explore Ethiopia. Still, we didn't finish exploring Jimma Museum. where different artifacts, different materials of the king and the related things are available. So now we are going to head to ethnography room. I would like to appreciate once again Kebro for his deep knowledge of sharing us regarding this museum. Please follow us. This is Explore Ethiopia. I am Mugayo Mulina. Follow us.
Before 200 years ago, there are different kinds of tourists that visit Jimma. For example, I told you before, like Henry Darlin, Alexander Blatovich. There are so many Europeans. The Germans, for example, Becky, and there are different Germans that you have to visit Jimma. Not only the Germans, the Europeans, the Arabs. So they have to look it like Madadul Jannah, because she have green, a fruitful, it's a full of history, it's a full of heritage. Because of that, nowadays, especially during Italian time, they tell us that it call it, for example, Italy, when you enter in the Horn of Africa, Somali Mogadishu, Asmara, Eritrea, Harar, Gondar, Shawa, nowadays Addis Ababa, Jimma. The main destination area of the Italian is Jimma. If you have go in the center of the town, you have to get the Faranjarada. That Faranjarada is constructed by Italians before 19 years ago. Before that, that place is called by the market of Yermata. In that marketplace of Yermata, during Thursday, I get from the outer from Chechi and Levitsky, it rated 35,000. Look it, 35,000. The foreign and the local traders who have to participate in that Yermata market. They have to selling ivories of elephant, the skin of leopard and lion, civet cat, like now it's locally it's string. And some of different kinds of spares, shabolas, and so because Jimma is now by production of iron smelting production. Especially she discovered not only in the world but in Africa, nails and shovel or akafa in locally. So that you have to selling that import products from Armenians, Grecian, Indian, from Persia. They have to textile in Abu Dhabi, look like they call it by Abu Dhabi, perfume, and different kinds of glass wires, because glass wire is so famous during at that time. They only used by the kings, by royal families. So nowadays, during 18th century, before 18 years ago by Italian time, that area is called it by Piccolo Roma. In Ethiopian history, there are two places only called it by Piccolo Roma. One, Jimma, Bajifar, especially Faranjarada, it's called it by Piccolo Roma. If you go to Asmara, it's Piccolo Roma. They have to give them by Italians. Piccolo means mini Rome. Why call it that? Because Jimma is beautiful in so beautiful country during at that time. Because of that, they have to build their legacies. Still, you have to construct it, but by restoration, you have to help in the city. So nowadays, Jimma is to run for the center of tourism. The whole project, the whole everything, the whole hotel, the whole construction, the whole. If you have go in Addis, in Addis they have to start the first initiation of corridor project. The Jimma is the second one. As a city, in Addis, on the district, you have to see on the city, you have to start by Jimma. That's the whole project for making us Jimma is a center of tourism. Because of that, we have to work starting to, it may be after 6 or 7 months later, we have to start to inviting different kinds of tourists. This is all about today.